Alright, so somebody in my chat last night didn't like my take on Nurse, so I'm here to clear up a few things. Nurse did something bad, full stop. I mean, if you don't dig too much, sure, maybe it seems legal, but in reality it wasn't. And the fact that management covered it up just makes it even worse. Now, I do want to be clear, not every staff member or management was complicit. A lot of them were even fully aware of what was going on, mostly because the whole situation was basically borderline banned from being talked about. So, yeah, some people genuinely didn't know the extent of what was happening. Now, as for the nurse and Candy situation, they were in a server together every single day. Was it a grooming relationship? Yeah, it was. Nurse had the power in game, she was way older, and that's disgusting. There was absolutely no excuses. But at the same time, let's be real, it wasn't some pure evil cartoon villain type of thing like some people are trying to paint it as. It was wrong, but not every wrong action is the most diabolical thing imagined. That being said, I do not condone what Nurse did. She is in the wrong. Full stop. And maybe, just maybe, if she took responsibility for it instead of constantly tiptoeing around the legalities to protect herself, the community wouldn't have been as harsh. Still not a good look, but at least there'd be some level of honesty instead of this weird game of, well, technically, but that's not what happened, so, here we are. But then there's Drunks, and then this is where things go from bad to straight up deranged. Right? He had intent. He knew exactly what he was doing, trying to manipulate a minor into some weird homeboy blast chat situation, and the messages absolutely brain rot. Starting it off strong with the I bet $20 you have a hairy asshole for real. What kind of wager is that? Who's taking that bet? What's the payout? A razor? That's not weird. That's not just weird. It's financially irresponsible. Then he hits us with the why does dude never have his cock out? Like I don't know, man. Maybe because it's not normal for people just to walk around air drying in Discord calls. I mean that might be a bit of a weird concept for you, but you know. And then here we go. Here's the real kicker. Talking about masturbating with friends like it's some team building exercise, trying to convince a minor that it's totally normal behavior. Well, because it's so normalized in my friend group, LeMayo. Yeah, I fucking bet it is. Sounds like the worst friend group ever. That's not fucking normalizing. That's recruiting. And finally, the masterpiece, the centerpiece of this whole kerfuffle, at least in my mind. Surely, bro, you show me how that shit gets pulled back. I almost guarantee he was rubbing his hands together, saying, "Oh, this one's got him. I will see how that shit gets pulled back if it's the last thing I do." This isn't someone being weird online. No, this is predatory behavior. The fact he thought this is something he can say, like it's some kind of little joke, is insane. And what did this all lead to? Well, pure chaos. It should be on the big screen. The entire server collapsed because the staff team couldn't keep it in their pants. One after another, scandals just building up like a Jenga tower made of pure degeneracy until the whole thing topples down. Woo! And of course, at the very end of it, the owner, Satan himself, most likely ran off with all the cash. Just a flawless display of human incompetence from start to finish. But that's about all, guys. Peace. The final bit of information to the person who was mentioned in the document named Dice, I managed to get in contact with them, and everything that I've been told from the victim, as it was put, they were never groomed. They were never anything like that. That was a rumor started by Nova and Avatar, which makes a lot of sense because of what was on Avatar's computer. That was just to get back at Nurse.